Hello everybody, Maven here, and I'm going to tell you a story. Let's take a trip down memory lane. So back in the day, Bungie and I had an intimate relationship to say the least, and well, one night we were just hanging out in the menagerie, just chilling, and well, one thing led to another, and you know, in the coming months, we ended up having a baby, and we ended up naming that baby Smug. And all was well and dandy. We were enjoying life as a family, but then came November of 2020. We'd been going through some rough patches in our relationship. Things had gotten a little bumpy. We're trying to work it out, really couldn't get it to work out, so we ended up getting separated. And in court, unfortunately, I lost custody of our little baby Smug. You know, I could still go see him on the weekdays if I wanted to, but I couldn't keep him with me through the weekends as well, like any parent would want to. So as much as I loved our little baby Smug, our relationship couldn't prosper the way I had hoped for. But luckily, some new laws are being put into motion in June of 2024, and Bungie is choosing to revert the power level of all sunset gear. So I am happy to announce that I will now have full custody of little baby Smug yet again. So allow me to introduce you to him. So this is Smug. We have moving target, tap the trigger, ricochet rounds, control SAS with the stability masterwork. And the kill tracker on it is about half of what it should really be, because back then I didn't have a kill tracker on it. And as a sidearm lover, I've always told people that this is the crown jewel of my vault and I will never delete it. And I'm probably one of like 2 or 3 people in the world who still has a smuggler's word in their vault. But if you are one of the other 1 or 2 people in the world that still has a smuggler's word, let me know down in the comments. And now my role is what I would consider to be a 5 out of 5 god roll, at least for controller. Now quick point SAS would be a little tiny bit better, but control SAS is still pretty much the same thing. And the reason Smuggler's Word feels so good is because it gets tap the trigger as a non-rapid fire frame sidearm, something that Bungie really doesn't do anymore. The only non-sunset relevant tap the trigger sidearm is the Liminal Vigil, and that can get tap the trigger along with kill clip. So I am shocked that that sidearm never became a big part of the meta, because that's an insane roll. And there are technically 2 other non-sunset tap the trigger sidearms, and that is Michael's Reverence. That's a rapid fire frame, so you're not really going to take full advantage of tap the trigger. And there's the Last Dance, but it's an Omelon 3 burst frame, which basically has maxed out stability anyways. And it's been pretty frustrating that Bungie just puts tap the trigger on full auto weapons now, where you can't really take full advantage of it. But it's insane on semi-auto weapons such as this, because it just grants you a flat plus 40 stability, because back then the game setting for full auto retrofit did not exist, and now it does. And even if you're holding down the trigger, every single shot is getting that tap the trigger buff. It says increased stability and accuracy on initial trigger pull, but that counts for every shot, even if you have full auto retrofit on. Just a static flat out plus 40 stability is nuts and makes the gun feel very excellent. And I went so much more in depth about all the sidearm archetypes and all of their TTK values in my Fiora Tour video, for those who saw that. If you want to check it out, I'll link it in the card in the top right corner of the video. And in that video, when I came across the conversation of these 2 burst aggressive frames, I said they're so much better on MNK than they are on controller. If you're a controller player and you ever tried out things like the Forgiveness or the Empirical Evidence, they don't feel very good because they kick like a mule. They're hard to control, but the Smuggler's Word, having that tap the trigger and 100 stability because of it, it feels so much better. And on top of that, tap the trigger grants bonus accuracy, moving target grants plus 10 aim assist. Pair that with 1 single targeting mod, and we hit 100 aim assistance, makes the gun feel very easy to use. And now I'm not saying this was the best sidearm in Destiny 2 history, because that honor goes to the translation theory, which I hope they bring back one day. I'm just saying this is one of my favorite sidearms ever. And by the way, the sniper I'm using in the background gameplay is the Long Goodbye with snapshot sights and Rampage. It's my 2nd favorite sniper of all time, right behind the Tranquility. Once again, the kill tracker doesn't reflect what it actually should be, because for a long time I didn't put a kill tracker on it. And the rocket launcher I was using in the background gameplay was a Scipio-D. This was my main rocket launcher in PvE for a very long time. This was the 2nd launcher ever to roll with auto-loading holster, and I absolutely loved this thing along with the Argent Ordnance builds. Now back to the background gameplay while I talk about the Long Goodbye sniper rifle. And there's really nothing special about the sniper other than I just like the way it looks, I like the way it feels, I like the reticle, I like the scope. It's just a very good feeling gun in my hands. And unfortunately, ever since it's been sunset, it's had a visual bug that really doesn't affect anybody in the world but me, because I'm probably the only one left with this sniper in their vault. But you might have seen it in the background gameplay. When you scope in with this thing, sometimes it turns your screen green. I have no clue why. It's pretty annoying, and I really hope they fix that in the future. If they're planning on unsunsetting all the weapons, they gotta fix these bugs with these sunset weapons. But if the long goodbye is looking familiar to some of you guys, that's because it has the same reticle and same sound effect as the bite of the fox, except it's just a 90 RPM and not a 72 RPM. Now, to be completely honest with you, after this video's over, I may have to finally bite the bullet and delete the long goodbye from my vault, because if I'm going to use a sniper in the energy slot, there's no reason not to just use the Mercurial Overreach, because I have a role that has Snapshot and Mulligan, and that's just excellent for me, somebody who sucks at sniping, because I get a second chance sometimes. If I miss a shot, Mulligan will refund the ammo. It's just a no-brainer for me personally, and I don't think I could use any other sniper competitively. But anyways, enough about the sniper. The star of the show is our precious little baby Smug here. Will forever and always be one of my favorite sidearms. And I don't even know why I'm making this video, to be honest, because it's just basically a video saying, hey guys, look at my guns that you guys don't have, haha. Like, there's really no point to the video other than just entertainment, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious to know if any of you guys have these weapons in your vault. I'm 1000% certain none of you have a Scipio-D. I think there's a 0.001% chance anyone has a Smuggler's Word, and there may be a 0.01% chance one of you guys has a long goodbye. But let me know what sunset weapons you kept that you're hyped you're going to be able to use in Trials again. And this is not the end of the sunset videos I'll be doing. I'm going to put out another one next week on a specific pulse rifle. Not going to tell you what it is, but I'll give you a hint. It's not the Bygones. And my final parting words for this video is, Bungie, please tap the trigger on more sidearms that are not rapid fire or 3 burst frames, because then it would be relevant. You did a good job with the liminal vigil. Keep it up. We really need to have tap the trigger on a 300 RPM again, just like the translation theory, which I really hope they bring back one day, and also a 360 RPM. That would be very cool. So that's gonna do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and drop a comment, because interacting with a video like that pleases the algorithm gods, so I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing, as I am on my road to 50K by the end of the year, and you can help me get there. And thank you so much if you do. And with that, I will catch you in the next video. See you later.